your hometown news. News Center 25 Weekend Edition at 5.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News Center 25 at 5. I'm Sarah Duran.
And I'm meteorologist Jesse Kelly.
And Jesse, we have to start with you because the weather outside is unlike Texas weather. In the 23 years that 81-year-old Bill McLeod has owned his downtown B&B, he says this is the first time he's ever been targeted by a scammer using one of these. Chris, it was 3:30 Sunday morning when Karen Hensley thought she heard hail outside. Now, when she went to the window to go check on that hail, she noticed something very odd. She noticed that her son's truck light was on in the driveway. It's these new pedestrian signals that are changing the way people cross the highway here in Cuero. But it's not just the signals that are new, it's actually the sound they generate that's causing all the difference. We're coming to you from a breaking news situation in Yorktown. Joining me is the Emergency Management Coordinator for DeWitt County, Cindy Smith. And Cindy, can you tell the people at home what exactly we are looking at back here? Now, back in August, Vasquez and his attorney did settle with the city of Victoria. On Monday, we came down here to the district attorney's office to get a copy of that settlement to find out what the outcome was.
Oh, really good.
As you can see behind me, our truck is already getting stuffed with toys, but we're still waiting for you to bring your donations out here. Nothing. They missed lunch. That's terrible.
Don't do that.
Don't do that, or give it to us.
I'll eat
it, yeah. I don't know about you, Jasmine, but my favorite party is the Fiesta Party.
Oh, yeah.
And speaking of the jackpot, when a lottery starts to climb, so does excitement surrounding a big win.
The forecast is looking pretty good despite rain chances on Tuesday night into Wednesday.
All right, I sure hope so. This weather has been outstanding.
Right. It has been.
Beautiful. All right, thank you, Jesse. That's our time for now. See you at 10.
We've noticed that the new crosswalks are in, makes it easier to cross that highway behind us.
Crossing Highway 183 in Cuero used to be a gamble for Sharon Auto.
You just had to take your chance to get across.
Walk sign is on to cross Esplanade.
The previous traffic signals were not all connected. They didn't talk to each other.
TxDOT spokeswoman Carrie Hensley says 183 is one of the main corridors for the energy sector.
When the energy sector was at its height, the traffic along this corridor was very heavy.
It's not that easy to cross.
In December, traffic engineers gifted the busy highway mobility for both travelers and pedestrians by upgrading 5 traffic signals along Esplanade from Morgan to Roos Boulevard.
Merry Christmas.
They have these really cool features where you hit the button, it'll say, stop, don't walk yet. And then when it's time, it'll tell you to walk.
A standard featured by the ADA when upgrading traffic lights. A pricey gift paid by the state through the Yoakum District of TxDOT, but a gift that's no longer a gamble for Sharon.
It'll help them get across the street a little easier.
Those people don't stop either.
Tanya Asbury knows the speeders who zoom past her house by heart.
And I know people are probably thinking, that woman again?
It's a labor of love.
Come on, boys.
Done for the loves of her life.
All right, there's the bus.
But it's the cars that rush by her children's school bus whom she has those special feelings for.
It makes you angry. I mean, what can you do to stop it?
It started with a video just like this one.
Have a good day.
She posted on her Facebook page to spread awareness after witnessing 6 years of cars accelerate at high speeds past her 2 sons' Bloomington ISD school bus.
Oh, it's heartbreaking.
The bus stop is located on the edge of Asbury's driveway on Highway 87, and while she agrees the stop isn't ideal, using the transportation is the only realistic option for her family.
I'm supposed to protect them, and I can't do that with a 3,000-pound vehicle.
Unfortunately, there are going to be times when the deputies are tied up and aren't going to be out there.
While deputies might not be present daily, Chief Roy Boyd says it doesn't mean it's not a high priority area.
Did they stop already? Nothing passed?
So I joined them for a ride along. We monitored several bus stops, including Asbury's, all which returned with 0 offenders, something they say is typically the case.
I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but it just has not happened while the deputies are out in those areas.
If need be, Asbury says she'd be willing to turn over her videos to the sheriff's office. However, in the meantime, she says she just wants to send one simple message.
You know, in town, I stop for their kids. They need to stop for mine. And that's all I ask.
Of animal control, in my opinion, did not do their job. Because I mean, it's too many what ifs.
Nancy Tover described to us the scene she witnessed in her Bloomington front yard a week ago Sunday.
I mean, it's not every day you get attacked by a dog.
Tover says her next door neighbor's dogs escaped from their yard and entered hers. That's where her 12-year-old son was right before he got attacked.
Bit me on my leg and then on my hand,
leaving these bruises and bite marks.
I was scared.
Tover says the sheriff filed a report and snapped pictures of the injuries, then reported the case to animal control.
And told me they would come and pick up the dogs on Monday to quarantine them.
But it wasn't until that Tuesday that Tover would learn the dog who bit her son wouldn't be taken.
Got told because the dog did not break through the third layer of his skin, there was nothing they was going to do about it.
In a statement from Animal Control, they say, in quote, the mother stated the bite did not break the skin, further adding the officers advised that if the skin is not broken, there is no quarantine needed. Upon learning there wouldn't be a quarantine, they write, Tover changed her story to state that there was a break to the skin.
It broke the skin. Nowhere in any of the laws or anything else says how deep the skin bite has to be.
Now left with scars, Tover is just concerned it could happen again.
If it didn't happen to my son, what if it happens to another person? And then the bites are the same. I mean, it's just way too many two ifs.